Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul. You're watching me on my YouTube channel Alma Talks. So, and if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development, whatever is happening in the real world. Because I strongly feel that if you keep yourself motivated and updated, you can achieve anything in your life. Everyone's perspective matters, but a few are able to achieve their destiny, are able to live their life that they desire. Because every time, when you want to be someone else, you have to put certain forces, you have to put efforts to clinch that victory that you want to attain, or the changes that you want to bring into your personality. That will be reflected only when you will resonate with the higher frequency that you want to attract in. And for that, little changes you have to bring in your mindset, in your daily habits, in your work ethics, or whatever you think of. You have to change your perspective altogether. Your dogmatic view, your perspective about metaphysical and spiritual realm, everything matters. Because until you don't change your perspective, you become ideal personality. So if you want to be a stubborn, this video is not for you. But if you want to change, you want to bring subtle changes in your life, then this video is going to help you till the end. And I will tell you, please subscribe this channel if you want to see a significant change over a period of time. And if you really want to have a conviction and will see the transformation that will happen, after some period of time when you will be watching my videos, you have to subscribe my video. If you will touch the right, subscribe button, it will certainly change your perspective altogether. Within 1 year, you will have a cognitive idea, you will have a rational mindset that will be applied at each and every events of life. You will change your perspective to see every reality in a different way, because having clarity is important. And when you will resonate with good people, when you will see good videos, when you will enlighten yourself with the right knowledge and wisdom, then you will realize what resides in the fabric of knowledge dimensions. That I will tell you. Knowledge is very subtle. You have to put rigorous resilience and efforts in order to acquire knowledge and wisdom. But it is very subtle. Its implications are very subtle and very pragmatic. But many people are left behind because they don't want to use the faculty that has been bestowed upon them by the universe. The only thing that distinguishes us from animals is our incisive brain. And if we don't use that, then we are doing the biggest crime to our living organism, that means our body and mind, our spirit. We are keeping it back. We are trying to confine it. That is why it is imperative and important that we be evolved. We change our perspective, we stress on our mindset, we stress and use our incisive ability, our adeptness. Becoming dexterous is your right. That should be in your mind, that each and every time if you will use your intellectual faculty of brain, then only you should be called a real human being. And the universe tests you. Universe has certain barriers and parameters that is always applied based on the knowledge and intelligence of people. See, audacity, braveness, and intelligence, knowledge, all qualities, if it is found in a person, then he will certainly be a successful person. If he is audacious and brave, and secondly, if he founds knowledge and wisdom, he can crack anything in his life. But most of the time, if you have knowledge and wisdom, then the forces play with you, play with the subtlety of your brain. They try to dampen your spirit, they try to be overwhelming, and that is what confines you. You are having that knowledge, but you are not using your full potential to achieve the destiny that you want to live. That is where the barriers come. And that is what is preventing many people who are in good job, who are in better position, who have incisive ability, who have comprehensive knowledge, who are erudite personality, but they are not becoming bigger in terms of financial success or in terms of their position in their organization. That is what is keeping them back, because they don't have audacity, they don't have braveness, because of the forces that is confining them, that is acting on them, which is always active in metaphysical and spiritual realm, which is always conspiring against you to prevent you. And very few people know these realities, and when they of being awakened, when they perceive all these realities, when they figure out what is happening around, they become a totally different personality. And if the universe favors them, they will be able to find the clarity and braveness, if they will be able to find that audacity, then they can do miracles. That kind of thing they will have. But the universe plays very subtly. They test you, Along with that, why many a person, especially chosen ones, they have clarity, they have incisiveness, they have brains, but they are being devoured, they are being despondent by these forces, which creates and conspires against them. That is why I want to tell you, because especially for chosen ones or someone whom I call special ones, they have to stand. They have to take a stand today. Once they will start bringing these subtle changes in their life, subtle changes, little bit of change, it can be magnificent after a certain period of time. And that is why I want to tell you that please subscribe to my video. In 1 year, you will see that a profound transformation will happen. The metamorphosis that will happen in your life, you won't be able to recognize yourself, and you will be really taken aback by your potential. You will see yourself with a different lens after 1 year. I'm telling you, your communication skill will grow, your thought patterns will increase, your ability to understand and look at universe with a different lens will certainly start grooming. That is what I always advocate. Having knowledge is different, but having attitude to achieve something great requires audacity. And why these matrix? I'm calling these matrix, but these are the subtle realm forces. I will tell you that these are the spiritual forces. It's play all the time. It tries to confine you. It tries to broke you. If you are really intelligent, they will certainly take a signature of that, and they will conspire against you. I'm not telling you to be a skeptic, because having a skeptic mindset and having delusions is really bad. It can really bring devastation and very chaos in your life. If you are very delusional, then it will bring chaos. But I'm telling you to be a skeptic at such a limit. Then you will try to see that how to bring that awareness, how to be aware all the time, to get signature of these events, to recognize the patterns, what is happening around. Because it takes enormous guts to tolerate, to have patience, to let go all these things, and to believe in universe with positive mindset, to have positivity, to have integrity, to have honesty, at the end of the day, because you will be tested so much that your belief, your conviction in God will fade away, because the universe is vast, and when you will know its process, the vastness within it, you will know that exactly it is becoming, not only having reference for greatness, but it is becoming with the process, becoming one with the universe. And that is why it takes rigorous practice and rigorous patience and attitude, better attitude, to understand the vastness of universe and its intelligence. It prevails, but only upon those who try to recognize the pattern, who try to be intuitive with incisive mindset to apply and to find implications of divine nature. But before that, they have to be aware that delusions and negative forces are always with the positive ones, because without darkness there is no meaning of light, and without light there is no meaning of darkness, and that is why it is interweaved together. And the same is true with karma and negative karma, that people many people try to commit crime as well, intensely. So what you would say? Many people are there who try to, keep themselves away, who try to not indulge in that kind of bad activities. But there are also certain people, humans, especially human, who wants to indulge in bad activities. They want to do bad to others. They have always negative feelings towards others, jealousy, hatred, you know, and anger, dishonesty, you know, and bad and ill will is always prevailing in certain minds. You won't be able to stop that, and that is why I'm telling you, light and darkness come together, and that is why it has meaning. And the universe is so vast that meaning of living organism has become very little in front of vastness of universe. It gives you eternal meaning, but you have to recognize the pattern, how to find that eternal meaning, to life. You have to be aware. Thank you for listening to me.